Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today, welcome to another tutorial. You guys have asked for it, and I keep forgetting, and you guys have asked for it, and I keep forgetting, so here we are. We are going to talk about sound here in Virtual Sailor Next Generation. This one has been asked a lot. Custom sounds, firing sounds, horns, anything that you could think of, we are going to do right here or right now. And if you guys think of another tutorial idea, let me know. I am all ears when I have the time, but I decided, you know what? I need to do this one right now. You guys have asked for sound tutorial, and you know what? I'm going to hit H right now here on this ship. Shift H, sorry. There is no horn for the Queen Mary 2. We are currently sailing the Queen Mary 2 in-game. So, we need to make a horn for it. And I keep saying we're going to do it. And guess what? I keep forgetting to do it. Now, you guys are here in desktop mode. Now, there's a couple things that you are going to need. You're going to need Audacity. Okay? And what I'm realizing is, I don't know if I can open up a second copy of Audacity as we go through. So, it may take me a second to be able to do that. But I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. I'm just going to figure out how. But you're going to need Audacity, which is a free program. Okay, it's Audacity. Download it onto your computer. This is going to make your job way easier. Now, here we go. We are going to come in, and we're going to come down, and we're going to find our ship files. Now, my ship files I keep off of my main computer. They stay in a portable drive for Virtual Sailor. So, I'm going to go into my Steam library, which is where it's saved onto this drive. Steam apps, common, Virtual Sailor Next Generation, and this is where I'm going to want to be. If you do not have it saved on an external drive, you're going to click on this PC, Windows, Program Files x86, Steam, Steam apps, common, and it would be in this list, okay? But for us, it's going to be in my book. We're going to open it up. Common. Virtual Sailor. And we are going to start first with the ship horn. Now, I'm going to open this up. We're going to click on vehicles. Now, ignore all this. Yeah. We have it in here as new Queen M2. Yeah, right here. So for here, this one already has a folder of horns, okay? They're in here. There's two different horns. I don't know who Nick or my horn is. This isn't stuff that I made. It came with the vessel. Pick one, whatever you want, and drop it in. Now, listen here. It will be labeled as horn, lowercase. That's what you want it to be. Wave file. That's what you need it to be. We're going to open this file and listen. Beautiful, just like that. But if you come into the game, nothing. If I go into Y weapons, nothing. We are going to change that today. So, you're going to want Audacity open. We're going to open it up, and I'm going to show you guys what to do next. All right, everybody, we have Audacity open. So, I'm going to come in here to my ship folder. Now, we are going to go over how to do this from scratch as well, but we're going to start right here, right now. I'm going to grab horn. Okay, we've played it. It does not work in game. Let's grab this file, and we're going to plop it in there. Now, you can see the file in here when we play it. Well, I can't play it because obviously I'm recording and it knows what I'm trying to do. But that's okay. If we were to play it, you can see it is one big sound file. Here's the problem. It is set up right now in stereo, which means it has two layers. Left, right. Virtual Sailor Next Generation does not like having stereo because it just plays it as a single point. So it needs to be mono. How do you do that, you ask? You are going to come down here to the arrow. Nope, not down to the arrow. You're going to right click. Whew, it's been a while since I've done this. How can you tell? Split stereo 2 mono. And from there, delete 1. Come in. You're going to want to export it. Okay, you're just want to do this the same. You're going to export. I'm going to put it into my audio. This is where I keep everything here. It's just going to say horn. It's just going to live there. Okay. Save. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up here, go to my downloads, go to my video folder, go to audio, and there's horn. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to drag this now mono file in. It's going to ask me to replace. Yes. Now, you can't just come in and ask it to play. It doesn't know what you're looking for because it's already loaded in the ship. You're going to press V. You're going to make the ship go away and load back in the ship. Give it a moment. What it does is now it's grabbing that new information from the folder, including that brand new horn file. So now I have the ability to hold down Shift and press H. And just like that, everybody, we have a horn for the beautiful Queen Mary 2. Now, if you're like me, who doesn't want to hold down or worry about that kind of cutting out here and there, you are going to want to make a weapons file, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do that next. All right, we are back in the folder where you can see new QM2. We've put in the horn prior, but you can actually see down here almost every ship has a stores. Now, if it doesn't, you'll have to make one, and you'll make it look like something that's very similar. What we're going to do here is I'm just going to click on stores. It's there. I think I may have opened up 2. That's fine. You're going to say how many are actually there. 1, 2. Okay? Now, they don't show because there is nothing actually attached to them. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit, but you guys are going to have to follow it. I've pulled in one from a pre-made Disney Destiny horn file that I have because it's just going to make my life a little bit easier, but it allows me to talk through it. The way that we're going to label this, okay, is I'm just going to show you guys really quick. I'm just going to copy this so I can drive it over here. This is the one that we're working with. Horn, okay, and what we are going to call this is QM2, okay? That's it. We're going to ignore this one for now, okay? We're going to talk about this one in a bit. But QM2, file, save. Now I can close this. Now when I come back in, I'll drop that one, to my QM2, go to stores, it is there. Horn, QM2. This becomes important. Copy that. Okay? I have this now copied. The reason why you're going to want to two-part this. I'm going to open up another version of Virtual Sailor Next Generation. The same thing we've done here. We went to Vehicle and the new QM2. We're on like the base folder. We're going to come down to Weapons. Okay? And then you have folders. Okay, this is where it starts getting tricky. You, remembering what we've put in here, I'm going to put this right here, actually. That's going to be way easier. You're going to make a new folder inside of Weapons. Horn, underscore, QM2. QM2. This knows where to look for information now. What you're going to want to do, and I'm just going to open up one of these just to be able to show you. There are 2 files in here. You're going to want that weapons file, where if you open it up, it kind of gives you these. If you go to any pre-existing horn file, it is there. But if not, this is what you're going to want that weapons notepad file to say. I'm going to leave it there. You guys can pause. Okay? It just kind of tells you, like, don't launch something. And what you're going to want to do, because I'm going to show you guys this as an example. And it says fire because it knows what it wants to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this horn. I'm going to copy. I'm going to come back here. Okay, so all you've needed to do is make the folder QM2, drop it in. We are going to rename this Fire. Okay? This still needs to be a mono file. Sorry, it took me a second. I'm just going to grab one of these where we said you'll just make one. Okay, now rename. Copy. I'm going to come into the QM2. God, I can count. There you go. And paste. So essentially what I would want to do if I was going to do this from scratch, okay? I'm actually going to show you guys. Okay, I've got one open, and let's say I've screened. You guys will pause this video so you can take it, but if I literally came in here and just went like 0, and you don't even need to necessarily go this far, okay? And you put brackets, bracket, you know, explodes underscore in water, which 0 is telling it no, obviously. Put another bracket. Save it somewhere. Like weapon in the downloads, and then you just drag it over. For me, because I know that I already have this working, I'm just going to drag. No, don't save. Drag it over, okay? And we've dropped it in there. So we have fire and the weapons file that you guys will have to make from scratch or pull from one of the other folders that you might have. If you have Rob's ships, specifically the Disney ships, this is where that weapons file can be found. Okay? Definitely worth checking it out. So we have a horn underscore QM2, the weapons file, the fire. We have the stores. Looking for horn underscore QM2. Clicking back into the game, same as before. Delete your ship, load it back in. It'll always take a bit, especially if you're working with the QM2. She takes a little while. Okay. QM2 is loaded in. If we press Y for weapons, and as you can see, the QM2 horn is here. Select it. Now, we're not done, okay? What I want to show you is how to actually do this like 100% from scratch. But I guess there is a disclaimer. Don't do this because what you're doing technically is bad. You'll see why in a second. All right, everybody. We have the independence of the seas. Just like that, we have nothing. But you know what I've really wanted with this ship? Because I can hold Shift and H. And I'll play the generic horn sound. But you know what I really want? I want that chime. For me to be able to let the audience know, the passengers know, hey, I have an announcement to make. Go on to YouTube, search for the Queen Mary 2 announcement chime, not find it, but figure out something else that you can do. You see where I'm going with this? And I have another place to be able to go and show you guys actually where if you want the Queen Mary 2 chime, I can show you how to do that. But what we're going to do here is we're going to click on this file. You'll find any audio file whatsoever. Don't give them any day for any ads that you have, but you find them. Okay. We're going to find one that we like, by the way. All right. We're going to grab Liberty of the Seas. It may not be the same. And what you're going to do, all right, you're going to click here, and you're going to type in, very legally, now I'm going to remind you, don't do this, because you're technically stealing, okay? So I'm just warning people, this is the thing that you're not going to want to do, okay? You're not going to want to copy that link and put it in here, or whatever converter extractor that you may have. Okay, you want to make sure you're putting it into an MP3. You definitely don't want to download it. Quickly close the thing that it's trying to do. Make sure you have some sort of ad blocker. Most webs normally have it. You're then gonna want to do is open it up. Not the one that happens to be recording right now. You're gonna want to open up Audacity. From here, you're gonna want to go in. You're gonna want to go to your downloads. You're gonna want to grab your audio that you completely legally downloaded. You're going to want to split this. You're going to, like before, split it into mono. You're going to want to close this, and you're going to want to find the one that you wanted to keep, okay? Which, let's just say, for this one, because I can't play it for you guys because I'm using Audacity to record, I believe in that video, was it the last one? It was starting at 32 seconds, roughly. So if I come in here, 1, 2, it's this one right here. So I'm going to grab you, and I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to grab here, and all I'm doing is clicking drag and clicking delete. And just like that, I have a mono version of a very quick little clip. What I'm going to do is export wave, and we're actually going to save some time here. I'm just going to save it as in a location, fire. Just make sure you remember the location you actually saved it in. What I'm going to do now is, for ease, I'm going to copy this stores. It's going to just save me time, okay? We're going to come in, we're going to find Independence of the Seas. We're going to come down. I don't know if there's a stores in this one. We're going to double check. There is not, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this in. It's fine to copy and paste because you're just telling it where to find things. If I was to load back in that ship right now, it would find the Queen Mary because that's what it's looking for. For us, we're just going to say horn, royal. That's it. Okay, just so that I remember what we're going to do. From there, I'm actually just going to do it even in the same tab. We're going to go back to Virtual Sailor. We're going to go down to Weapons. We're going to make a new folder to match the Word doc. Horn _ royal. From there, I am going to just quickly grab another weapons. We've talked about this one already. We are going to come up to royal. We're going to drop in the weapon so it knows where to put it. You can change that, obviously, if you want it to do different things. For us, we just want it to play noise. And we're going to grab fire. And we're going to drop it in, and we're going to just double check. Open it. Okay. And we can kind of come in here now. That's saved. That's in. That's looking good. We come in here. Make the vessel go away. Add vessel. All in real time, everybody. You can do this for many different things. I'm showing you guys how to do, if you just want it to be a horn. I'm showing you if you want it to be a weapon, that you can make a list of horns. You can do custom sounds. I'll show you guys that actually here in a second. It's endless, but I figured this is a great one to be able to show you guys for sound. So we're out here on the Independence of the Seas, no cuts, and we come in, royal. And it's all up to you on exactly how loud you want that to be. Go back into Audacity, and you could actually literally, like, crank it, okay, if you wanted to. And you just set the level, and you just replace the file as you go. But that is how you make custom horns, weapons, to be able to actually use a list, to be able to go down. Because I could change the name. It could be Royal Chime. It could be then Horn and Muster Drill. I'm going to show you guys a good example. Let me actually... Did I put it in to the game? That is the question here. Let's see. Where do I keep my things? Oh, I didn't put the treasure in. Well, the Destiny's there, so it still counts. Let's pop that in real quick. Now, I have this built for the treasure, but the Destiny, when I made the skin, I just transferred over the same sounds. I just edited the horns that were in it, but I want to show you guys some other things that you're able to put in, because it adds a little bit more realism, in my thought, to your gameplay if you make these, and I'll explain how I made some of these in this as well as we're going. Now, the Destiny's going to take a little bit longer to load in, or it's going to prove me wrong. Let me just turn off auto sale. Throw that back over there. Get back over there. And get back over there. And get back over there. Wait, I'm going the wrong way with that. No, you stay there. What am I doing? You go here. There you go. We good? We good. Yes, we're good. I have no idea why it was still jumping out. So, if I click Y, you can see my list goes off the page, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I know what's there. You know, you can fit 12 comfortably, but I have the horn announce, which would be, actually, sorry, I have just announce. You don't technically need the horn. You could actually make these folders just say announce. You just have to change it in the stores file for exactly what you're looking for. For me, I always just keep it horn. But, like, where it's just the chime. Just this horn. But then, you can make custom ones like this. Now, I want to explain how I did this. I told Audacity to record any computer audio on my computer. That's a whole other thing that we could go into if you guys really want me to. But essentially, you could do it via your voice if you have a microphone, or you could have Google Translate English to English and playback. And this is how I got these.
May I have your attention, please? This is the duty officer speaking from the bridge. The Disney treasure has been cleared by local customs. At this time, guests are free to go ashore via the gangway on deck 1 forward and aft. Please make note of all aboard time before going ashore. All guests will need their key to the world card and their government-issued ID to disembark the vessel. Have a magical day.
And then you just put it in. I have ones for welcoming people ashore. I have the muster, which is the announcement for the muster drill. I have the general alarm, which is actually going through the whole entire spiel. Like, it'll actually play the horns, the 8 blasts, and then it'll like give you the whole safety spiel. Like, it's like 15 minutes long. I have one that tells you that the bunkering is begun. You can't smoke outside. Bunkering has been completed. Get off my ship, essentially. The sail away, which I'll be using on the treasure. Pirate night with the fireworks, and then as well, I literally just have Disney music to play in the background. I have a 15-minute loop that just plays Disney music for myself on the ship. The possibilities are endless, and you guys have the power to be able to do it. And I would love to hear from you if you guys have any questions or anything that you guys are kind of struggling with. Because the other things that I want to let you guys know that you have the ability to alter, okay? And again, you're not changing the game, you're enhancing it. It's no different than any of the other mods, and I know Alon was very big on mods. You could come into the sounds folder and literally, if you don't like the noise that Anchor makes, okay, if you don't like, let's see, the splash, if you don't like the thunder, you can change them. Okay, I have an original folder because I changed a bunch. I also cut a lot of them out because there's a lot of sounds that I just don't like. But if you come in, certain ships have individual sounds. Like for Allure of the Seas, when the anchor goes down, technically it's supposed to sound like that. It doesn't really do that when the anchor goes out. If you run into something, that's the noise it's going to make. You can turn that off, just so you guys know. If the ship was to crash and break, it's got braking. I'm trying to show you guys like a really good one, the B wave. This gets layered when the ship is sailing. That's a good one. I always say make some custom sounds because some of the default sounds are super, super obnoxious. That'd be if you're changing parts of the ship, but not a super common. Where's one of the common ones that I use a lot? You got the engine, which gets kind of faded out in the back. We don't need an explode. Let's see. Where's a good one? Oh, we got the horn. We've talked about that. Just the inside ambience. of the ship running, just give it a little bit more life. Which, by the way, if your ship doesn't have some of these sounds, like the inside, the explode, the B wave, these are things that are kind of built into the game that it could be looking for. You can just make them and save them into a folder, and it just brings a little bit more life to the game. There's one that I'm looking for, and I know the alphabet. It'll be right here. This one's my favorite. I take this thruster versus the one that's built in, and I add it to all of my ships because it gives the sense of deep thruster sounds. I'd add maybe a little bit of waves that are in there, but you want to be really low, and it's literally just the ship vibrating as the thrusters go. Highly, highly recommend it. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Please let me know if you feel like I left anything out that could help you, but that is how you can make your own custom horn for a ship. That is how you can make your horn into the weapon selection, which you can grab via pressing Y and having them fired from there, like you see me do with a lot of our ships, as well as being able to definitely not find an audio file that you very much enjoy and ripping it and putting it into the game, and how to do that. But if you guys do have any questions, let me know. But that's going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoy what you saw, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single day, and I really do appreciate your continued support. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.